Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. Today I'll be sharing a traveler's notebook layout using a 12 by 12 sketch, and you'll get a look at that sketch pretty soon. And I also had a question I wanted to ask you, and I have a challenge for you guys as well. And I will go ahead and post a close-up photo of this layout at the end of this video, so I hope you all stick around till the end. So instead of sticking these two pages together like I normally would, I went ahead and decided to do my layout on the pages right after the last layout I did. And that photo I'll be using today, that's a photo of my daughter. And I'm flipping through that paper pad, and that paper pad came in the kit that I'm using today. And there will be a whole bunch of links in the description box below. I'll go ahead and post links to the kit and to the previous layouts as well, so you guys can take a look at that. So right now I'm just choosing the designs I want to use for those strips that go down the right side of the sketch. And then I'll go ahead and cut down these pattern papers to size. So I'm really enjoying using this traveler's notebook. I really love the size of it, and I use my traveler's notebooks to document like daily life. So it's like a diary to me. And I also use it for special project albums like my 100 days challenge I recently completed. So, it doesn't take very long and it isn't a huge space to fill up, so it goes by really quickly. So that brings me to my question for you all. What is your favorite size to scrapbook in? Is it maybe 12 by 12, 8 by 10, or this traveler's notebook size? Or maybe you guys like the 9 by 12 size. I actually have never done a 9 by 12. And I mainly scrap in 12 by 12 size or traveler's notebook size. So yeah, go ahead and leave me a comment below. Let me know what size is your favorite size to scrapbook in. So here you can see me doing some stamping at the bottom of the page, and it's pretty much trying to recreate that flourish design on the sketch. And I'm going over those vines quite a few times because I'm not getting a clear image because of the layouts on the other side, and then where the book comes together in the center. But with that stamp being a vine, when you stamp over and over, it blends into each other and it doesn't look like a huge mess afterwards. And that is actually one of my favorite stamps to use, and a lot of the time is for that reason. And here you can see me lining up my pattern papers and figuring out what order I would like them on my layout. And then I'll grab my trimmer and go ahead and cut out the strips that I need. So here are my strips all ready to go. And while you guys look at me fuss with them for a bit, I'll go ahead and tell you more about the challenge that I mentioned before. So I showed you all the 12 by 12 sketch I am using today, and my challenge for you would be to join in with me and use that sketch as well. And I would love to see how you interpret the sketch. So I went ahead and I created a Facebook group. And there you can share, your projects with me. It does not have to be scrapbooking. It could be art journaling or anything else creative that you do. And I will go ahead and post a copy of this sketch in the group. And you can do whichever size you want. It's completely up to you. You can do a traveler's notebook size like I'm doing right now, or you can go ahead and stick with the 12 by 12 size, that's fine, or do the 8 by 10 is completely up to you. So go ahead and, post in the comments below. Let me know if you plan on taking me up on my challenge. So I went ahead and matted my photo using one of those little bags that came in my kit, and it contained embellishments in my kit. And I loved the little hint of green that it gave the page. And now I'm looking through my washi tapes trying to find one to use, and I decided on that silver. I also used a doily, as you can see. And then I'm gonna go ahead and do some stamping. So the first stamp I pulled was an arrow, and it's from a set I got at Joann's. And I'm using the oxide ink pad in the color Cracked Pistachio. And that color matched my bag that I used to mat my photo. So this way I can have that green elsewhere on my layout. And next I'll begin working on my title. So for my title, I decided to use this Heidi Swap stamp set and use the word beautiful. And you'll see it gets a little tricky stamping my title. But in the end, I figured it out, and it looked fine to me, so I'm happy with it. And I'm using the black archival ink to stamp with. So it's going across the middle of the book, so it did not stamp clearly, as you can see. So I decided to ink up the stamp again and use just my hands instead of the acrylic block. Now it did not line up exact, but you can see at the end it didn't look terrible. And I don't mind my layout looking a bit messy and imperfect. I'm realizing more and more as I scrapbook and I art journal, I'm realizing more and more that I like the messy look in my layouts. So I'm realizing my style, and it might change later on, but for right now, this is my style. I love including a lot of stamping and mixed media and so on in my scrapbooking, and I absolutely love doing art journaling. So there I'm using that Cracked Pistachio ink again on part of my title that says "You Are," and I'm just ghost stamping as well. And I did make a little mess on the side, and like I said before, I don't mind the mess, but if it looks out of place, I need to fix it. So to cover up the smudge, I'm gonna use that distress ink in the color Sponge Sugar, and I'll use it along with the stencil that came in the kit that I'm using. And I'm just gonna apply that in about 2 areas on my layout. So I'm really enjoying using this Traveler's Notebook kit, and I got this from the Secret Not Secret Kit Club. And I will go ahead and post a link to that unboxing video in the description box below, so you can take a look at all the items that was in there. Now it isn't a huge kit, but that actually works out really well for me because I'm very indecisive, and the more items I have in front of me to choose from, it takes me a lot longer to complete my layout. So if you have the same issue, when it comes to making decisions and it's taking such a long time, I do suggest you work with a kit, and you could make your own kit. You can do a DIY stash kit, and don't do a very huge kit to start with, and that may help you in deciding what goes on your layout a little faster. So you saw me ink up my edges, my layout edges, using that Cracked Pistachio that I used previously to do my stamping. And I went ahead and did a little doily border around my layout, and I used a fine point black pen to do that. And here I'm using one of those puffy stickers next to my photo, and that is from the Pink Fresh collection, Simple and Sweet. I also added 3 puffy hearts to my layout, and now I am using the shimmers in the color Coral Reef to do some splatters. And I just love using black splatters on my layout, so next I'll go ahead and add some of those as well. And I am using, I'll be using my black India ink for that. So after applying my black splatters, I went ahead and I added a sticker to the top left corner next to that little heart up there. Then I added a sticker to the bottom of my photo like you're seeing right now, and it just has X's and O's on it. And that will be it for this layout today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please go ahead and give me a thumbs up. And I do hope you take me up on my challenge and go ahead and use the sketch and post what you do with it on that Facebook group. And thank you guys for watching today, and until my next video, bye.